subscribe, love, like. We're sponsored by the Spunk Lube and rebroadcast by the Demon Seed Radio Network. We could not do any of this without you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please give us that bump. We're good. Porn Stars People Podcast. I'm Dan Frigolette. I'm here with Stirling Cooper.
How you doing?
What's going on? I don't feel like I can welcome you to AVN, but welcome to AVN.
Yeah, I mean, like I've walked past your little setup here every day. I've gone back to my room down the hallway here.
I'm nobody's official. I can't really like welcome you here. But how many of these have you been to?
This is only my second one.
Oh, it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've only been in America for 1 year.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Very cool.
But I cut my teeth in porn in Europe.
Nice.
Like Budapest and Prague.
No shit. Those are so. That's where I've been meandering to with my search histories because these are people that I've never seen before. So I was like, oh my god, who are these people?
Yeah, man. Like it's cool, man. There's like a whole another industry.
Yeah.
There. And like it's kind of like the way to equate it is like LA. You have LA is like the top in the US, and then you have Vegas. Yeah. And then there's Miami. Yeah. Whereas in Europe, it's kind of like Budapest. Yeah. Then Prague, then Barcelona.
Interesting.
Those are the three main cities in that order. Yeah,
these are all. I was looking on Twitter. These are all the people I was trying to get to like come out here, and I was like really excited. Right. You can connect me hopefully. Yeah, man. Wait, so what, do you speak other languages?
Not really anymore. I used to speak a little bit of Korean. I used to speak a bit of Portuguese.
But so you don't need any of that to shoot in Prague?
No, man. No, Eastern Europe is a very like English is the connecting language. Because everyone has like some people speak Russian, but then there's like German, and then there's like Swedish, and like Latvian, and like everyone just uses English as the common tongue. So it's incredibly easy to get around in Eastern Europe.
You do look like you could be Eastern European.
Okay, maybe that's why they hired me.
Something about I
got away with it.
Yeah, there's something about you that has that vibe. It's
Irish German.
Yeah,
that's where it probably comes from.
Yeah. Well, you're crushing no matter what. You come out here with an Australian accent, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's easy.
So what is the porn scene of Australia? This is I've heard rumors.
There's only like 2 companies that will shoot boy-girl porn. Okay. And then there's maybe 3 others that shoot girl, or like director to girl,
right? POV stuff. Yeah.
But as a male talent, there's like
it's hard.
2 people who would shoot me.
Oh, okay.
So I cut my teeth out. I moved to Melbourne. I'm from Perth, which is the west coast of Australia. Yeah. And then I moved to Melbourne to start shooting porn. I was like, I want to get into this. Shot for those 2 companies. Maybe did 6 scenes in like a 6-month period.
Oh, wow.
Maybe like 10 scenes in 6 months, just to get my figure out how it works.
Right.
And then I moved to England. Shot for like Danny D with Brazzers, Fake Taxi, a few of those guys. Yeah. And then I moved to Budapest and ended up shooting there.
For how long?
About another 3 months.
No shit.
And then I came out here for the first time and...
so are you only 2 years into the industry at all?
3 years.
Okay, no shit.
February 2017 was when I started.
Nice.
So it's like, 3 years.
That's cool.
We're coming up to 3 years.
Yeah. So how do you feel about what you've been able to accomplish? What are you looking at, I guess, in 2020 as like the next move?
Well, it's good. I've kind of shot for everyone. I've met all the directors and shot for all the people I wanted to shoot for in this last year. Yeah. Sort of establishing myself out here in the USA as a reliable talent, which is quite nice. So this next 2020, my focus would be to sort of put out my best stuff so I can actually get some good nominations and hopefully some awards.
Yeah. Do you find that the award thing, is it a real thing? I mean, does it have the power of getting an Oscar nomination? Like if you win an AVN award,
Well, a good example would be Seth Gamble, right? Sure. That guy has been crushing it the last couple of years. Yeah. And he could me and him talk a fair bit. We're both sober. Yeah. Now. He ever since he started like winning all these awards, people like directors have been sort of like, oh, I don't know if we can book him. His rate's going to be going up. His rate's going to be going up. You know, because you can demand more. Yeah, for sure. You know, when you're in demand and you can prove you can
do the work,
view and and not just do the work because there's a bunch of guys who can do the work, but it's like, can you do the work and then make stuff that people really want to watch?
Are people going to be happy about it? Yeah, it is a weird thing. Even like as a viewer, it is a weird thing to like start to understand, recognize male talent, and then be like excited that like, oh, this is the guy I know is in the thing. Right? It's it's a weird moment.
Because there's only a few dudes who are pretty recognizable. Yeah. Well, he's one of them. The guy Marcus Dupree just walked past us. And like you got like Marcus Dupree, Johnny Sins is like super recognizable because he's like a meme. Yeah. Then maybe Tommy Pistol.
Sure. Yeah, right? Yeah. People love Tommy.
But but then people don't realize there's like a male talent pool of at least like about like 30.
Yeah, for me,
it
was like I had Mick Blue and Annika Albright on 2 years ago on this couch, and then
on this very couch.
Might have been a floor up or a floor down, but theoretically this couch. And then there's the what's his name with Kieran Lee, right?
Kieran Lee, yeah.
And so it's just, and then like you said, like Danny D. So it's like there's just these couple,
of really recognizable
that stand
guys.
out. We mentioned you, don't worry.
Like Marcus,
and we mentioned Marcus, and but stand out, and it is interesting because it is interesting, and it feels a lot like. There is this thing now, especially with married talent, where the female and male talent working together is like a fun thing. So it is. It does feel like the male talent is starting to get more of presence and more of an appreciation.
I just think it's because of meme culture.
Yeah.
And like Reddit and places like that.
Yeah. Well, that Tommy Pistol with the taco or the pizza, whatever it was, that thing went skyrocketed, even in the non-porn community.
Exactly.
Which I thought was cool.
Well, that's the thing. That's when the dude's face, because we're shot from like the neck down.
Right.
90% of the time.
Yeah. Like, there were like, before I was even with this podcast and like porn adjacent and all, it's like I knew of certain people, but I never figured out what their names were.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy who I still don't know what his name was, and we were trying to use him as a thing because there was like with another male tale we were talking about somebody who broke their dick, and I was like, I think this guy broke his dick at one point, because it wasn't, and then but I don't know what his name is.
I know a guy back in England who broke his dick. He broke his dick in the fake taxi.
Yeah,
and they still put the scene out.
Yeah,
of him breaking his dick.
What's his name?
Fuck, I can't remember his stage name.
You don't know his name either.
No.
You know his real name.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell his real name.
That was the fun moment for me with this was when I finally made friends.
Peter O'Toole.
Okay,
Peter O'Toole. That's his
when I finally made enough friends enough with people in the industry where I was like, we had to like put the two names in. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah, I don't like learning people's real names because I'm bad with names in general.
Right.
So I'm like, just leave me with.
And you don't want to fuck
name.
it up. Yeah. The stage name should be enough. But it's like it's that extra level of like intimacy of like, no, we're friends now. We're real.
And I'm visual. So I'm a visual learner, so I will I know talent's name talent's name because I see it on Twitter first.
Sure.
And I'm like, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. I got a visual picture of it.
That's better. Yeah, just.
But if I meet someone here at AVN and I've never seen them on Twitter before, like the name's in one ear and out the other within 2 seconds.
Right. Yeah, that happens to me. I'll be in the meeting. I'll be like blah, 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 and I'll say the thing, and then I'm so focused on like what the body language is, getting the handshake right, and like doing the thing, and responding to the energy of is this person trying to alpha me right now, or are they valuing me, and then it's like and then I leave like who the fuck was this? What is this? Looking it up.
Yeah, right. It's funny you mentioned. There's a lot of that with like. I've bumped into a few male talents around here where you get that vibe like he's like I've never heard of the dude before, and he's kind of like you can tell he's kind of new. He's trying to establish himself.
Yeah.
And he's trying to give you like he's trying to offer you, and I'm like, dude, but I'm chatting to his buddy and I'm having a laugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm just trying to have a good time.
Just be a good dude.
That is like the easiest way to get along with male talent in this industry is just to be fun to be around.
Yeah, right.
Like and relax.
And it's like that in comedy too. It's like there are whole chunks of guys that have made it because they were just the fun guy to be the opener, and then they're opener for the big guy because he's just fun to be in the goddamn car with.
And it's a good way to get directors to like you on set.
Sure.
Like that's probably why I get shot a lot now, because it's
a fun hang.
I'm easy to work with.
Yeah.
I'm not a diva.
Right.
I'm going to sit there, I'm going to crack jokes, or if you need me to shut up, I'm going to shut up.
Right.
I can follow direction.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
And my dick's hard when it needs to be hard.
My dick's hard when it needs to be hard. I like for those the moments where it's like everything's a normal, it's safe for work conversation. They go, and then my dick's hard when it needs to be hard. What was the one? I'm at like a comedy Christmas party early on in my career. We're at the same party though, so it's like we all should be here. And I met somebody, and I don't know or care. It's like I'm not gonna be in industry and impressed by you being in the same industry as me, right? Why should I be? And I met somebody, and they were like a team. It's like a twin team, and I'm not gonna say the name because it's not gonna blow up the spot. But I met the person, and I was like, "Oh, hey, whatever." And then they were like, "I'm so and so." I was like, "Cool, nice to meet you." And then they took a moment. And they go and then they said the title of their thing, and I was like, "Cool, man, cool, awesome, yeah." Okay. I mean, were we drinking at the same place? Like, what's the thing? Why are we doing this?
You shit don't stink.
Yeah, it was just a weird moment of just like of the so and so's, and I was like, I get it. That's cool.
Even like, especially like guys like Seth Gamble, guys like Small Hands,
yeah,
like who have who are crushing it within these last few years,
right.
winning tons of awards. Xander Corvus, another one. Like these guys are all really easy to be around, and they're super friendly and super nice.
Yeah,
and it's like they're not these like uber like intimidating,
right?
Like stare you down,
right? Because why should they
alpha
be?
body language kind of types?
Why should they have to be? Right?
Yeah, because like they're easy for directors to be around, easy for camera crew, and even the girls to be around.
Yeah,
they want to keep everyone relaxed.
Yeah, because it also is. It's like because the thing that you get. This is the thing that I found in. I had a chunk where I was playing a bunch of naked parties. That was my comedy album I did at a naked party. Like a nudist colony is the closest thing we could go. But it wasn't a place where they lived all the time. So the amount of ego was gone because we're all you can't bullshit. Yeah. Your dick is out, right? And so it is weird for this industry because like we've all seen your dick. Like, you don't got to pretend like it's bigger or smaller than it is. We know who you are. It's fine. Just be a normal dude.
That's the funny conversation I have with other male talent is talking about, like, dudes' dick sizes.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you'll sit down with another dude who's, like, same length as you, and you're like, this motherfucker, he's got a whopper. It's not like, but it's not like it's not like that you're jealous.
Right.
It's just like, holy crap, you're like impressed.
It is funny sometimes when there is these multiple dick scenes when there is some when
just stands out.
When they've ill matched it, because it's like that's the only thing. It's like for camera, it's just weird because it's like now it's like.
You've gone from like a 12-incher to a 6-incher.
Yeah, it's just a clear like discrepancy.
Well, there's not that many dudes who have like the gigantic dicks, and that's the thing that surprised me. Because I'm got the biggest dick in the world, but I was like, am I even going to be able to get work?
Right,
and I can get work. My dick's only like 7 inches long. I'm like, oh okay, I can get work. There's dudes with like 6-inch dicks who are getting like as much like more than work than me.
Sure. Well, and now honestly, with the private content stuff. Yeah. There's no real max or limit.
No dick discrimination at all.
And then there's the other one where tiny dicks is a thing too. So there's the shame porn.
Man, it's like
so there's really no limit.
You know what? Like I actually quite enjoy like premature ejaculation porn. Like on
really
amateur stuff on Pornhub. If I'm looking for something to jerk off to, I'm like I just find it like it's so far removed from what I do. Yeah. That to me it's like fresh and new and it's like something different.
Yeah, we all just want to see something that like doesn't represent what we're doing so it takes us out of the norm. Yeah.
Exactly. Because for me it's not like I don't have a problem with premature ejaculation. Right. So it's like a different like, oh man, if I could be that like out of control. Right. Right? It's kind of like a weird...
Oh, there's something fun about that. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Something fun about this surprise orgasm. Oh, I like that thing. Okay, so then wait, I've never watched these. What is
You just type in premature ejaculation.
I can find them, but I'm asking you now from the standpoint of like how did like does the dude is it this shy virgin kind of like what's the guy doing?
A lot of the ones I've seen have been like a fuck a fan kind of scenario where like it's a dude who's not in the industry gets to work with like his favorite girl and within 2 minutes he's busting. Yeah. He's just so excited.
So how do they make enough content out of that scene that it's...
Well, these tend to just be like BTS stuff that ends up on Pornhub.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So no one's actually making any money off it.
Yeah.
Except for the person who uploaded it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that was a lane. That's interesting. Yeah, how do you find... So I find that once I interview somebody or get to know them, I can't look at their stuff anymore.
Well, I've had that happen to a bunch of my mates back in high school. Every like other month I get a message on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, they can't watch your stuff.
Well, they'll be mid wank.
Yeah, and then realize it's
you.
And
then the camera pans up and it's my face, and they're like, "Son of a!" And I have to shut the laptop, and they send me a message like, "You bastard."
It's interesting.
It's great. It's hilarious
it's good
for me.
You. Yeah. But I find that I can't jerk off to female talent that I've interviewed because it's like
really
I think my relationship with porn is this other thing where I think I'm trying to add whatever is void in my life at the time. I'm trying to add to the scene, so I'm trying to make the girl that I desire, and it's not about who she is. So then when I meet her and she's a wonderful person, then it feels weird.
I can't masturbate to a wonderful person.
It's not that I can't masturbate to a wonderful person. It's that they're not a vacant thing anymore. Yeah. They're not a character that I can create. I know who the real character is, and so now I have to and then now it's creepy if I'm jerking off to my friend, right, or to somebody that I respect, like on another level, because now it's non-consenting.
I get it.
Does that make sense?
I get it. Yeah. I don't have a problem. watching
like,
my friends.
Right, because I can easily I can jerk off to the people that I'm in a relationship with, sending me their content, right, or sending me their
like a
nudes,
tit pic,
or whatever. But yeah, it just feels removed. But you fucked most of these people, so I guess
it's so
you're
funny.
fine.
Like driving into Vegas and they've got the big AVN billboards with like there's like 10 or 12 chicks on there, and I'm like, I've had sex with like 10 out of 12 of those girls.
Yeah. Well, who are you missing off the banner?
Emma Hicks.
Yeah.
I haven't worked with. I can't remember who else is on the banner.
Yeah.
To be honest. But like, yeah, there's a good 10 on that banner that I've worked with.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. I did a content share with Sarah J.
Yeah, love Sarah J.
Like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And this is I didn't tell her this, but this is someone I used to masturbate to as a teenager.
Of course, yeah.
And I'm like...
She's veteran status.
And she's amazing. She's great
she was the first person that made me feel comfortable at these conventions when I still felt like an outsider. She stepped into the aisle one day, and she put her arms out. She goes, how many times are you going to walk by me without saying hello? And I was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were trying to make money. Like, I'm trying. And she's like, get the fuck over here.
And that's what she's like.
Yeah.
She's such a nice person.
Love her.
I loved working with her. And and we've been trying to, because I met her at my first AVN last year.
Yep.
I was like, it was after the awards, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm a fan of yours. I just had to say hi.
Right.
And she's like, let's work together, like, straight away. And like a year later, we managed to get it to work.
It's great, yeah.
And it's weird, like 16-year-old me is like,
high-fiving yourself.
Like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Like,
right.
And this happened, like, and she's not the only, I've like, in the last year, I think I've maybe worked with 4 or 5 different women that I used to masturbate to when I was like,
there is something
university.
about the male understanding of self, and there's something about the male ego and this is the thing I've been wanting to talk about on stage for years, and I haven't really figured out how to pin the words. But do you have friends who you know as dudes should be desirable and who are fucking beneath them, like from a standpoint of
like they're
they
good looking dude, but
they think that they're not hot?
Yeah.
There's something about male ego where we can only like understand how hot we are based on the hottest person we've ever hooked up with, and then we have to like readjust and go, oh, maybe I am.
But then you get guys who are like the ugliest motherfuckers on the planet,
and they've been scoring above them for so long, and so then they have the confidence of the guy who can score at that level, and we don't understand it.
Well, like dudes think that guys think that women think like them, which is not true.
Right.
Like, guys, like, we're superficial. Guys,
which is why Tinder's ruined, is because guys come on there with guy energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's like you go on a Tinder, like it's like the 80-20 rule.
What's
20% of dudes, 20% of dudes on Tinder are banging 80% of the chicks.
Okay.
It's 20% hottest guys.
Yeah.
Right, or the dudes with the best like text games,
sure,
the best bios, or whatever.
Right,
those guys. Well,
there really is a science to it. You can find a line that will do better than any other line, and then as dudes, we're not smart enough to be creative every time. We just use the same line.
Yeah, comedians do really well on Tinder.
Sure,
right, because their bios are fucking hilarious. And they grab girls' attention.
Sure,
all the comedians I know that are on Tinder do really well.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah,
even though they're not the greatest looking dudes.
Right. Well, we have this other thing where it's like we have this thing, and guys will use it to their advantage. A lot is we'll just be like, come to the show. Because that's best me. Yeah. Come see best me, and I can score on best me. Obviously, like you just watched a whole room of people. It's the animal kingdom. It's like you just watched a whole room of people like desire me almost, and so now I can finish the process.
Exactly. You're making it easy for yourself.
Yeah. Well, and so I'm the opposite. I'm very emotional, and I'm very neurotic, and I'm very like you don't get to fuck stage me. You have to fuck coffee shop me.
Oh.
So I'm all kinds of other fucked up.
Well, I'm happy for them to fuck porn me.
Yeah.
As much as they like.
Interesting.
But that doesn't happen really because I don't now I'm in the industry. I don't have sex outside.
You don't
the
have
industry.
to, right? You don't have to.
And you don't have to. And you like not every guy's like this, but I know a few dudes are in my situation where you like ration your loads.
Yeah.
Right? Because you want to be on point
for
the next day if you're working.
Yeah, and there was definitely times in my life where I was playing the field into my 20s or whatever. And it's like if you're seeing a couple different people, there are people that there's a hierarchy of who you like the best, and you don't want to give your best game to the other one,
to the B team.
Because you really want to impress this other girl. And
but that's the wrong way to go about it. Because as soon as you start thinking like that, you put her on a pedestal, and
I guess it was my 20s. It didn't matter, right? Like, and I still didn't understand my sexuality. I didn't understand that things that I wanted were right. Like there was things that I thought that were that I wanted sexually were wrong or taboo.
You felt taboo about it.
Yeah, and there was things. So then there was parts of me that I was lying about. I was lying to myself, lying to other people. It's like so. It was just a process of figuring out. And meeting people in this industry made me more aware of the facts that like the things that I feel that are instincts are real and they're for a reason. Yeah,
man, I've been put in different like fetish situations, I guess, over the last few years. I worked for Kink.com a lot.
Yeah,
and because I've shot so many different kinds of sex scenes now, it's like I've gotten a Whitman sampler of all this other stuff that I might not have done in my private life had I not done this.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I definitely am into this.
This is stuff that you want in your private life. For example,
I'm a tit freak.
Yeah.
I shot content earlier today with Samantha Mack.
Yeah.
You know Samantha Mack?
I think, yeah.
Canadian girl.
Yeah.
Giant boobs.
Sure.
And it's like, I've realized it's like
just all titty fucking.
All titty fucking.
Yeah.
And I can come from titty fucking.
Sure.
Like apparently, tits, good pair of tits around my dick feel better than a pussy.
Interesting. I had one girl who in her life I think she thought that was her best one, so she like forced me to like titty fuck her, and I'm with you on this. It's
dude, it's amazing.
It's fine, yeah. But I don't gravitate to breasty women.
They gotta be they gotta be kind of like, they can't be those super rock hard bolt-on titties.
Right.
They've got to be kind of soft and supple and movable, pliable, right?
Yeah.
They can be like 5-year-old implant titties.
I have a joke where I say on stage where it's like, guys, we'll fuck anything. Just take any part of your body, fold it, and we'll fuck it. That's us. It doesn't matter. We're so easy.
Dude, it's so easy.
I have a move where if my relationships are very I gravitate towards long distance relationships so that I can sort of like. Because the communication's better, because you have to communicate because you're farther away, and then also I'm touring so much. It's like I like that I can like set a home somewhere and like go and tour there for 3 months, and then I'll go home and go back to like regular New York life. I don't like to date in New York. It's a weird scene. It's not fun, and so I'll date somebody in like a small town, and that's fun, and then I'll go and I'll plan all the things. But point is, there's a lot of sex happening in a short period of time, so a lot of times just soreness will catch on, and I've figured out that I can basically I just hated that the elevator was open. I will titty fuck a pair of butt cheeks. I don't. And
me too.
And
it's called hot dogging.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Hot dogging. Yeah.
And so it's like hey, like you gotta, and I'm in a sense I'm like you. I like a long session. I don't have a premature problem. So sometimes it'll be like, I need you to rap, and so I'll be like, no problem. I'll just hot dog it. I'll just hot dog you.
Dude, this is long before I got into this industry. Yeah. I was like hot dogging, my Tinder dates or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like,
as opposed to sex?
At like the end.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I'm like, all right, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Like you've come like 6 times. It's my turn.
Right.
And we're gonna do it this way.
And
it was
for safety? What was the reason?
No, it's just 'cause I like it.
It's your favorite thing.
I like it.
Yeah.
If they didn't have a pair of tits, like fuck.
Right.
Fuck the butt
now
tits.
you know that you're a titty fuck guy.
Listen, I'm a cleavage guy.
Yeah.
Right. But back then, like so many girls from like civilians, right?
Yeah.
From Tinder, like that I butt cheek fucked or titty fucked. It was like the first time a dude had done it to them.
Right.
Because they're like, what the fuck? You can get off on this? And I'm like, I get off
absolutely,
on this.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that back to the...
Yeah, no, there is. I mean, because the stroke in there, it is a sensual situation, and you're rubbing up on everything.
Rubbing over the
you're hitting everything.
The asshole.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like an introduction to anal play.
Yeah, but you can come from clit to asshole. Yeah, it's great. All the things. Yeah, I'm glad there's a term. I didn't know it was called hot dog. Makes perfect sense.
It took me a while to find that.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah. And it's hard to it was hard to like ask somebody. It's like
do you want a hot
just
dog?
turn over. Yeah, just turn over. And then you just have to like do it.
Well, that's like when you turn them on that, like when they're laying flat on their stomach.
Yeah,
that's kind of, you call that prone.
Yeah. So it's like because I didn't know how to say I'm gonna just let me titty fuck your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
But eventually it becomes part of the repertoire, and they know where we're at. That is funny, hot dogging. So I can Google hot dogging. I guess I don't know if I want to watch that though, as much.
It's hard to shoot.
Yeah,
it's very hard to shoot
because you can't get any of what is great about it in the shot. Kind of.
That's it. That's why titty fucking is very hard to shoot as well.
Yeah.
Same problem. You kind of have to like get it over the dude's shoulder
Yeah, it's this one, right?
And then he has to like lean back.
Yeah.
But then it takes away from like.
Yeah, it is hard because the full
challenging stuff.
The full stroke on a titty fuck. It is interesting. I guess. What's a perfect titty fuck? Do you want to have someone whose breasts are so big that it makes your dick feel small? Like, is that?
I want them to disappear.
Yeah.
I want my penis to just disappear.
Because then you're
entirely.
fully right.
I'm encapsulated.
Yeah.
It's trapped.
Because you're getting so much more sensation out of it.
Exactly.
And it'll swallow the balls. It'll do all the things.
All
right. This is smart.
I've never been a rabbit hole.
I've never been a breast guy. Yeah. So for me, it doesn't matter.
Walking around here at Avian, I can't. This is probably the longest conversation I've had where I'm looking someone in the eye this whole week.
I appreciate it.
I will be on that floor downstairs and I will be talking to someone for about 4 seconds before a giant pair of titties or a big butt walks past and just distracts me.
I'm gone.
And I'm still talking to them, but I can't.
It is hard. It is hard. I feel like you're more capable and able because you're male talent. So it's like they'll look at your badge and go, okay, cool, he's fine. But mine says press. I don't feel like I can. I don't think I can. I'm not allowed to look like I'm supposed to look.
Dude, it's kind of funny when because I'll walk the floor and I'll go say hi to the people I know, and when they're signing and stuff, if they're free, and I walk up to the girls I've worked with and it's like a hug and a kiss and like a flirt, but like stranger who's never met him before comes up and does the same things, they're gonna get slapped.
Right.
You know.
Right. Different vibe.
I am given a license to be a lot more of a creep
because you've already done consensual things.
All
so it's like, that is the one mark where that I hit with porn people and porn personalities is I got to the level where we're flirting online, which is fun, and it's just like we're sharing each other's content, we're doing that thing. But that, as a civilian, makes my dating life very hard,
right?
Because it either makes me look thirsty, like irrationally thirsty, because I'm commenting on friends' posts, like, oh, you're so hot, whatever, like, this is a hot scene, which looks weird, or they literally think that porn performers, when they're flirting on my videos, are really flirting. And it's like, no, this is all the game. Yeah. This is all part of the game.
Well, you see a lot of that on Twitter. Like, there's from new male talent or male talent that doesn't get shot very much.
Yeah.
The game's kind of still the same.
Yeah.
Like, the male-female sexual dynamics don't change just because we're in the adult industry.
Right.
You can tell which dudes are thirsty.
Right.
And they don't get... The hungry don't get fed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hungry and don't get fed. This was my high school metaphor for it. I had a buddy who lost his virginity when he was 16, slept with the same girl until he was almost 20. Then she broke up with him. So he went all throughout high school, all throughout college without learning how to hunt.
Right.
So he had just had his meat delivered to him.
Dude,
every
that
day.
was my
like
problem.
A tiger with no ability.
That was my problem. I had the same. I lost my virginity to my girlfriend all through high school and like halfway through university.
Yeah,
same girl.
The Darwinism of hunting is gone.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how to talk to women because you're not thirsty at all.
I had no idea. I had to learn from scratch when I was like in my 20s.
Yeah,
and now I got to the point where I was like, I'm sick of doing all this dating, casual dating, and like texting people. And putting in effort. I'm gonna shortcut it and get work into an industry where I don't have to do that.
It's frustrating and annoying to do the thing. Yeah, and it's almost like there's no, especially if there's no result. Like it's weird. It's a weird thing. And then I hit that mark like your comedian friends, except I got sick. It's like where I realize this is the thing that can get me to the thing that I want, and then once I can get that so easily, then I don't want it anymore.
Everything guys do is for pussy.
For sure. Capitalism is pussy. We would still live. We would still live in cave. Dude, how much would you enjoy living in a cave?
It'd be great
as a dude.
You go out hunting all the time. Right. You go camping all the time.
We want to live in caves. We want to live in tree houses. The only reason we don't is because the rules of tree houses are no girls allowed. So we can't fuck in the tree house. So now we got to go find a real house. And now that's where we're at. The only reason we drive Ferraris is to get pussy. It's a weird thing.
But it makes us better.
It does make us better because we're constantly striving to be
good
enough for women. This is the thing women don't understand, and this is partially why there's less women comedians. It's not that women are less funny. It's that dudes. That's all we have.
Yeah, there's no drive. There's not
all
as much
we have
drive.
is women like funny. Everybody likes funny, but women are the
really
people we want, and so we have to get funny to get you.
Yeah, because a female comedian doesn't need to be funny to get laid.
Yeah, you're fine. You are the gift.
Yeah,
that we all want. You know what's funny is I finally just I just processed this moment of there's the last two people on Earth syndrome, like that we think, whether you're super religious and you think there's Adam and Eve and they populated the Earth, and that's all we needed, or if you're the lady at the bar that says to somebody like, I wouldn't even fuck you if you're the last person on Earth because the race depended on it. I just realized the other day that last two people on Earth cannot repopulate the Earth, because if it's me and another girl. We have sex, right? We've accomplished the first goal. Now we have a child.
Who are they going to have sex with?
What happens now?
Yeah.
Now we have to fuck the child. Like, that's where we're at. This thing doesn't work. Either that or I got to have another kid, and I go, that's not your brother. Don't worry. That's not your brother. You're fine.
That's where the whole fort incest
right.
porn comes from, baby.
There you go. It's the stepbrother, stepfather thing. Yeah, that is the big. What do you think? What is the big trend? Or what would you like to be the big new trend?
Titty fucking. Then I'd get hired all the time.
Yeah.
But
it's never not been popular.
Well, that's true. But it's kind of weird. Like, everyone is talking about like the faux incest thing now and how it's a big popular thing. But if you look back,
this has been a couple years.
Look back in the set, look at like I really like retro porn.
Sure.
Like 70s stuff.
Yeah.
That was still going on then.
Yeah.
Like the auntie.
You're not supposed to fuck your family. So.
Well, like, but it was always the auntie. Like
right.
The auntie was kind of like.
Yeah.
They didn't take it to the stepmom. So much, but it was still like a relative.
Right.
But that was still around in like the 70s.
Yeah.
It was still taboo.
Because it was always taboo. You're not supposed to fuck your family at all.
No.
Or anybody associated with your family. But the step one is funny because it's like, why not? Why am I not supposed to?
You know what? What's that? It's a Greek myth where he kills his father and sleeps with his
Oedipus.
mother. Oedipus.
Yeah.
The Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
It's got to be that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because think about it this way, right? If it's your...
Do you see the Denzel movie where he accidentally fucks his daughter?
No. What's that called?
I don't know.
I'll look that one up.
Hey Siri, what's the Denzel movie where he accidentally fucks his daughter? That didn't work. But sorry, finish the thought.
Part of that is like, okay, you're having sex with your stepmother is kind of like supplanting your father.
You're right.
It's like killing your father.
Right. Well, it is that moment. What's your relationship with your family? Did you ever have to fight your dad?
No.
Did you ever end up in a position where like it was? Were you ever a child and you had that moment where you're like, one day I'm going to beat your ass?
It was more for me. Me and my dad get along really well now. But when I was a teenager, it was more just like rebelling against what I wanted. It wasn't like I wanted to fight him. It was just like whatever he says to do, I'm going to do the opposite.
Do the opposite, yeah. But I always had I did have these moments, and you never want to get to them. But I did have these moments as a kid where it's like, if I was like a man, like this would be different. You know what I mean? Like that kind of moment. And I think we all just there's a primal thing. That exists in nature and in the world, and I think dads do this other fucked up thing where I think dads do this thing with their sons where they'll have you shower with them so that you have this unattainable expectation of what a penis should be because you meet your dad's dick and it's up here and you're like, how am I ever going to be bigger than the thing that's taller than me? It's not fair.
I've never seen my own dad's penis.
Really?
We never did that.
Wow. I'm going to move to Australia. Yeah. But it is a thing that's the thing that we do because I've been talking about it on stage and it's a thing that happens. If I find a father-son thing, I'll dive into this just to find out. Yeah. And it is because in my head, even I grew. But then, even as I'm growing, my perception of reality is whatever. So then, my father's dick is still 8 feet tall. It doesn't make sense. But that's the thing. So I think children need to go and make their dads see them naked. Because every dude can pretty much, other than you, can pretty much pull up what his dad's dick looks like in his head, and that's not fair. Right. It's not fair that I have that. I shouldn't have to have that.
Well, I don't have that at all. So maybe
that is weird.
Maybe the way my dad did it was the right way.
Why is that? Your father your father either knows that he has the biggest dick on the planet, or he has the tiniest dick on the planet. He didn't want you to know.
He didn't care.
Or maybe he's just regular. He's a regular dude.
I think he's just regular.
He's just regular dude. Doesn't care.
Well, my parents didn't have sex at all when I was a kid.
Really? How do you know?
Because my father told me.
Oh shit.
It's like super stable upbringing.
Why?
Parents together my entire life. But once I was the youngest of 3 kids. Once they had me, the sex just stopped.
Why?
Because I was an accident.
I see.
And I think they were kind of scared.
There was consequences?
They were kind of scared.
Yeah.
But the sex just fell out of...
Yeah.
Because they were stressed about their business and raising 3 kids and blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as I graduated, I went to college, went to university.
They split up?
No, they started fucking again.
Oh, they got back. Oh,
wow. As soon as I left the house, they started fucking again.
Oh, that is cool.
And it was the funniest thing because we're my sister and me and my parents around the dinner table when I'm home.
Yeah.
So
you have a very sex positive household. The fact that you've talked about this with them.
I wouldn't. That was when I was growing up. Sex was never talked about.
Right.
My parents didn't even kiss in front of us.
Interesting.
When if something slightly Rude would come on the television.
Yeah.
My mother would like change the channel.
No shit.
That kind of stuff.
Trying to protect your kids.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I'm so perverted.
Yeah.
Because it was just like it's this thing I couldn't see or access and was always sort of pushed away out of sight. Right? And then my parents never really showing affection to each other. I was like, what is all this?
But it wasn't
They loved
like,
each other, but
it wasn't
they never
shunned
made it.
though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't shunned, it was just ignored.
Yeah.
So it's just created this interesting relationship with it.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I left college, came home one semester, my parents were like, my sister asked my dad, like, oh, you know, are you guys doing all right? And my dad, in just uncertain terms, was like, things are
We're
fine.
doing great.
Things are fine.
He's so excited.
Holy shit,
he didn't have anybody to brag to for a while. Now he can brag to your sister. That's great. Oh, that is interesting. That is interesting. So your folks still Perth side?
Yeah, yeah.
How is everything right now? You're connected to that culture. How's everything right now with all the fires going on?
Well, on Perth's western side, they're not. There's a few, but they're not as big as the ones that are between Sydney and Brisbane. Those are massive.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
But they had rain. It was a big rain this last couple of weeks.
So it's close. It's almost.
They put out like a third of the fires.
Oh, okay.
It's this big fucking week-long storm.
I heard. I didn't get the information at the right time and then the right thing. I just knew that it was happening. The fires started not naturally at all.
No, they're all like people set them on fire.
Why?
It's this weird thing. So where I'm from, small country town, there was the last big fire we had there was started by a volunteer firefighter.
Right.
They do it. It's like a pyromaniac.
It's just supposed to be
thing.
A control burn. No.
Well, no. These guys are doing it to create something for them to go and save.
Oh.
It's kind of like it's a combination of them being pyromaniacs and them wanting to be a hero.
Right.
So these volunteer firefighters,
but they suck at their jobs.
This is just one example. I'm not saying that every volunteer firefighter is like this.
But this one guy sucks at his job, so he couldn't even put it out.
Well, it's not even his job. It's he's volunteering.
Right.
It's like he does that when something happens.
Right.
He's
so
he's like a butcher or something during the day.
Right.
Right. And he's like, I want to be a hero. So he lights a fire so he can then go out and put it out and be revered.
But he didn't put it out.
They eventually put it out.
Yeah.
And then he was found and he went to jail. But there's been a few of those.
No shit.
This happens a lot in Australia. People will just like some of them, because Australia's dry as hell. So like it's just like kindling waiting to go up.
So you're not affected by this at all. We're in the desert. You're fine.
Well, I'm in the countryside.
Yeah.
But
where you grew up,
where I grew up is fine right now.
Yeah. Got it.
So I haven't had friends who've lost homes or anything like that.
Yeah,
I'm fine. It's kind of funny because I've had.
No, I meant you're fine because we're in the desert and everybody else leaves here fucked up.
Yeah.
But you're fine because you're used to this.
Yeah.
Got
it. This last month, every time I've met someone, I've seen someone on set again, they're always like
apologize to you for the fires.
Well, they're like, oh, how are your family? It's like, oh, your family all right with the fires?
Yeah.
It's kind of because I'm on the opposite side of the country.
Yeah.
It's kind of like someone getting shot in New York,
right?
And me going to set here in LA and saying, oh, is your family okay?
Right. No, it's my buddy had the perfect example of it. He's from Tennessee and he would end up in New York and he would tell people he's from Tennessee and they'd be like, oh, I got a cousin that lives in Florida. And he's like, is his name Kevin? If his name's not Kevin, I don't know him. It was great. That is funny. No, but not even that. I think we gotta understand but the sentimentality of being Australian is part of the thing, and it's also you're also gonna know more people than I know. Yeah,
but it is tragic, like with the amount of wildlife we lost and everything.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like
yeah,
I mean,
millions and millions.
You're seeing videos of koalas coming up to people to get water. Koalas don't go near people.
They're right. They're not into it.
They don't like.
They're
people.
just fucking and giving chlamydia to each other.
Yeah, getting each other chlamydia, getting doped out of their brains on gum trees.
Is that right?
Of eucalyptus, yeah.
Eucalyptus
it knocks them out. It's like alcoholic.
Is that right?
They're basically drunk all the time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why they sleep so much.
Oh, I didn't know that. They're wasted.
Knocks them out. They have to process the toxin.
What happens if I eat eucalyptus?
It's dangerous. Dude.
Okay, I can't do it.
It's toxic.
Why is eucalyptus oil and shit? It just smells good?
It smells great, but it's very flammable. What
was the... Oh, so this is part of the problem.
It goes up.
They're hanging out on the flammable tree.
Well, all the trees are flammable. The interesting thing, the really
that was the most amazing corrective. Well, look, it's a tree. Obviously, it's flammable.
So, it's not going to catch on fire. But
incredible.
So the Aboriginals in Australia, like long before the white man came, right?
Yeah.
They did a thing called like fire stick farming.
Yeah.
And so all the Australian flora has evolved to be burnt.
Yeah.
Because what will happen is the seeds on like certain plants in Australia won't even germinate until it's been exposed to smoke.
Oh, interesting.
So what you'll see now is like all the once the fires have gone out.
So they're sort of like waxed in a way or whatever, so that it has.
I don't know what it is. It's like there's a compound in smoke.
Yeah.
that causes the seed to germinate.
Yeah.
So
and makes really good barbecue.
Makes great barbecue.
But no, sorry, go ahead.
But if you look at photos right now, once the fires have gone out, and the first rain hits, it'll be
gonna revive.
Green.
Yeah,
it's beautiful because it's just charred black, and then all these green sprouts everywhere. It's great
because it's just part of the climate of Australia.
That's just what it's evolved to do.
Yeah, interesting.
Unfortunately, people's houses were in the way.
Yeah,
and like farms and wildlife and everything.
Yeah, the wildlife is for me is unfortunate. The people living places that you shouldn't be living because it's pretty. The volcano people, it's like you knew this was maybe an option.
Yeah.
This was going to happen. Like even New York City, they're starting to build on the waterways now, and that's starting to be the thing everywhere. But when I moved to New York, and even like in the Industrial Revolution, they used the water to put like crap. They put like power shit and they put like industrial shit. Nobody wanted to live near the water. It's this new idea that we should live near water because it's pretty, but it's causing all the trouble. Because you live near water, then that water's gonna fucking come up every once in a while. The planet is far superior to like anything we can build.
Yeah, you can't control that shit.
Yeah. And so we're all like, this percentage of people live like close to water. It's like, yeah, so fucking go live in the middle.
Yeah.
Shut up and live.
Well, that's the thing. All of Australians live within this tiny sliver of the coastline, all around it. Like, it's just desert.
Up top is sort of nothing, right?
Yeah, like Darwin.
Because it's Sydney.
If you're looking at like,
it's Melbourne, Sydney.
Here's a map for everyone watching.
So Melbourne, Sydney.
Yeah, like Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane,
Perth.
Yep, and then Darwin up here.
What's the one up here?
Darwin.
I don't even know that one.
Yeah, that's the Northern Territory. That's like mad desert.
Yeah. It's sort of nothing until there.
And then one city.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Good party town, apparently.
And this isn't even that close. Melbourne, Sydney.
Like probably a 3-hour drive.
Okay.
Oh, it's maybe a bit more.
Oh, that is close.
Maybe a bit more.
I never understood people. So I've been.
It's like a 1-hour flight.
I've been a driver for a long time. So because we drove to Alaska, one of my first tours ever. Before another one, we drove to Atlanta for a weekend, and it's 1,000 miles. So for me, the driving 5-6 hours, that's a regular day.
It's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So when somebody's like, they're flying this 3-hour distance, it never made sense to me. I live 3 hours with my folks. I just drive home. I go see my folks.
Yeah. Well, that was me. Like going from where I lived to Perth, the biggest city, was 3 hours.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, from university to home was 3
hours. Oh, no shit.
Yeah. But flying across Australia is a 5-hour flight.
It's a lot, yeah.
And it's expensive, man.
Yeah?
It's so expensive. It's $500-$600
really?
one way.
Why?
Because people don't fly that often in Australia.
Oh.
There's nothing in between. Like here in America, there's stuff in between.
Yeah.
To do and see and like places for trucks to go and deliver stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's none of that.
Literally nothing. Yeah.
So there's no commerce that.
That's how South Africa is. I've only been to South Africa, but it's Johannesburg to Cape Town.
This painting is now a map. Of
so
wherever we want it to be.
Yeah, so Johannesburg to Cape Town. I'm a very visual person.
Johannesburg's in a vagina.
I will be on a date. I'll be on a date, and then I'll start drawing. Somebody's like, "Why is this guy drawing?" And I'm drawing as I did a map. And I'm just, I live here, and this is this. Because there's no other way to do it.
Because that's how it is in your head.
Yeah, well, and then also the big thing, New York is shaped like a hand. Michigan, people do the hand for the Michigan thing. So it's just how we do it. We're visual people. All right. Well, look, we've synthesized a lot of information. How do we follow you? How do we pay for your porn? All these things. How do we find the people that you've titty fucked?
You can find the people that I titty fucked on my many vids. But my stage name is Stirling Cooper, spelled STIR.
STIRLING.
Stirling.
Okay.
Yep. My Instagram is @CooperStirling. My Twitter is Stirling Cooper X. And my OnlyFans, if you want, if there is mainly aimed at my gay fans and my gay and bisexual fans, and my OnlyFans. That's OnlyFans
because it's solo content mostly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of shots of my butthole and stuff like that.
All right. We all got to show the butthole.
Exactly. StirlingCooper.com OnlyFans.com/StirlingCooperX. Stirling Cooper X. That's OnlyFans, and the many vids. You look for Stirling Cooper.
Cool.
And that's my titty fucking stuff.
That's your titty fucking stuff. All right, cool. Check them out. Check out our episode on YouTube. We're also on Google Play, iTunes, whatever platform you're on. We're on The Other Thing. We are on Stitcher. We're on Spotify. Sponsored by Spunk Lube. Rebroadcast by the Demon Seed Radio Network. Check out a new episode every Monday. I'm going to come up with something for us for some safe for work PTS type stuff. Check that out on Instagram. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Thank you again to my guests. Appreciate you.
Thank you.